ET Final Score is brought to you by Ashley Furniture.
Everybody, let's go with the the Bullard Panthers taking on a big one tonight at home. Of course, unbelievable season, but right now we're going to check out Henderson and Plano Preston. The Henderson Lions, pretty good football team over the last couple of years. They've been outstanding. This is going to be the Bullard Panthers game, big one with them taking on, as I mentioned, Quitman, and that was Colton Mebane finding Zach Holliday for the early score. More Mebane, this time to Sal Giuliano. Like that name, and I love the way the Bullard Panthers have come out exploding here. That was good for 20 yards. They did punch it in on Houston Alexander. Get in there, Houston fights his way through. That's how a Shannon Wilson team plays as they get in for the touchdown, 14-0. Big night all around for the Bullard Panthers. They win it 58-6. What a ball game. Good job by Coach Wilson and company. Let's go to the 4A scores next. We got Jacksonville and Carthage, and what a game right there. And how about Jacksonville? Coach Tabor's first year, they go to Carthage in that big screen and take care of business, 34-30, and a big win for Mount Pleasant tonight, 57-27, your final score. All right, how about this matchup right here in Class 2A? Two powerhouses, Tatum hosting ARP. One of those you just pretty much have to buckle your chin straps for. Here we go to Tatum. Big game here for both teams involved. Of course, Coach Andy Evans, Coach Dale Irwin, two of the best around when it comes to getting the programs together. That's Tatum getting in for an early touchdown. ARP trying to get it going right here. Good little run here by Marquis Johnson. Good job. Thank you, Big Zach. He's on set with us. He'll join us in just a minute. Touchdown Tigers right there. But, you know, you just look across the board here. Speed everywhere. For example, right there, nice knock it down play by the Tatum Eagles. And this one would belong to Tatum tonight. Final score 41-21. Tiger fans, you know Coach Irwin will rally things around and get it going. But big win for Tatum in that one. And speaking of the ARP Tigers, we have one with us, former ARP Tiger and co-host with me on ESPN East Texas Radio 92.1. Big Zach Spears with us. Big Zach, glad to have you with us. You know East Texas football. You lived it, and you kind of still live it, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. You were at the first part of that game.
Yes, I was.
Give us kind of a quick take. Is Tatum just that much more ahead of ARP right now?
Tatum's really fast. ARP's really athletic, but you could tell early both teams were trying to put it together. That it was obviously an early game that dealt with cramps, a lot of penalties, and a lot of turnovers.
Is it one of those games right there where maybe you're always going to be anxious for the first game, but put everything in there. You lose the game if you're ARP. You win the game if you're Tatum, but you learn something.
You learn something, and obviously in every football team and every football season, your biggest improvements are from week 1 to week 2, and look for both these teams to respond and play a lot better football from here on out.
All right, Kilgore dominates.
Old rival.
Yeah. Kilgore now 3A. Marshall still 4A. 42-0. What's the lowdown there?
Hey, check out this stat. 7 players ejected in this game tonight.
They don't like each other.
They don't like each other at all. It was all Kilgore all night. They were up 28-0 at halftime.
So Coach Wood, who they made a deep playoff run in 4A last year. Things look good for Kilgore right now.
Yes, and they're beating a team old. Obviously, tempers were flaring. Tempers were high, a lot of excitement for that football game, and to come out and just dominate a football game like that doesn't happen a lot, so look for Kilgore to do some things.
Calm it down a little bit and go do it again next weekend for Kilgore. All right, Big Zach, you're going to join us. Check in on some of the small schools that we like so much around here. All right, we'll check in with you in just a moment. All right, let's get to some 3A scores. This one, of course, from last night, 31-17. Gilmer gets the win. Pine Tree, no chance at all for Van as the Vandals take it 41-28. Gladewater, how about this? I picked Dangerfield to win this game, but Gladewater gets it done. We'll get to the Gladewater page there, guys. Gladewater and Dangerfield. 31-14, big win for the Bears. Hey, Dangerfield just coming off 3 straight championships not too long ago. And there's that Kilgore Marshall score, 42-0. Palestine and Waco La Vega, 24-23. La Vega in overtime. Good effort by Palestine there. Athens falls to Coffin, 42-14. Brownsboro all over Crandall, 40-20. Canton takes out Eustis, 34-13. Boona and Center, 33-0. Center with the win. Haven't got a Fairfield die ball score yet. Rusk all all over Terrell, 47-8. Good job, Coach Patton. And Spring Hill, good job by Spring Hill to come out and get an opening win, 28-21, your final in this one. All right, special night over in West Russ. After 2 years of not having their own stadium, having to travel and play at different places, look at this place. Brand new Bruce Bradshaw Stadium. It is a palace, and the Raider fans came out in groves to open up this brand new facility. And how about the running game of George Anthony trying to get away from those Harleton Wildcats? Man, takes a big hit, but he keeps fighting for extra yards. Dakota McCoy gets the call this time for the Raiders and those baby blues, but Harleton's defense has Matt Bullock. Look at this guy, just come out of nowhere. Man, smacks him really big right there. Clay Hooten, number 52, finishes him off with the tackle, but you know West Russ had to win their opening game at this beautiful stadium, as we had a touchdown right there by Mr. George. Look at him keep fighting it. George Anthony gets in there. There we go, Scotty. Show that final score. West Russ doesn't get it done. Harleton spoils the event, 21-6 your final score. Let's get to some 2A scores. Mineola 34-13. They're 3A now, by the way. Just moved up. Big win for the Yellow Jackets. Alba Golden 41-13 over Cumbie. Corrigan Camden beats Elysian Fields 37-22. 41-7 Lexington over Crockett. Alto playing the big boys tonight. They go down and take care of business at Elkhart 51-28. Edgewood all over Cairns 43-14. Winsboro and Harmony 33-0. Winsboro. Grand Saline falls to Sunnyvale in that one. Big Sandy beats Hawkins 22-18. Hughes Springs 28-0 over. Get win out there. New Diana falls to Jefferson 28-20. Malakoff 21-7 over Maybank. One more set of scores for you. Sabine, Big War leading Ore City 34-18, and Union Grove falls to Maud tonight 46-18. All right, we're going to hit a break right here, get to some tweets as well, and we're going to hear from Emily from Rose Stadium on JT's big win. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Of course, John Tyler, big win, 35-21 over Lufkin tonight. Our Emily Gagnon was at the game and, of course, has some great reaction from the big win by the John Tyler Lions. Emily, take it away.
A huge night here tonight at Rose Stadium. JT and Lufkin going head-to-head in a huge game. JT came out on top 35-21, and Coach Holmes got his first victory as a head coach. How does it feel?
Feels great. I feel like I did before I woke up this morning. You know, I've always told my kids from day one, you know, the only team we need to worry about trying to beat is ourselves. And as long as we play the type of game that we're capable of playing, we'll come up on top.
How proud are you of your quarterback tonight? He played an amazing game.
He played just like I expect him to play. You know, he's a great leader, and he knows how to use his feet, and he knows how to keep his eyes downfield and make plays with the receivers that he has. And he does a great job with that.
Thank you, Coach. All right, we're going to go over now to my right and talk to the quarterback himself, Greg Ward. 5 touchdowns tonight. Talk about it.
Yeah, I just thank my linemen. Give it all to them. They protect me, so they protect me long enough to give it to my hands of the playmakers.
Talk about the guys who actually caught the ball. I mean, they, ran it down the field.
They're explosive, all of them. I mean, they can go score at any time, so I can try to give them the ball instead of me taking it all the time.
Thank you so much. All right, once again, JT wins tonight against Lufkin 35-21. Eric, back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Emily. Big win for JT. All right, when you're the 4th all-time winningest coach in Texas high school football, you know what you're doing. The Dean, Dennis Alexander, now a Troop Tiger, and he has taken over the reins for Troop Land. They were at Brook Hill tonight, taking on the Quinlan Ford Panthers early on. This is Blake Lynch of Troop, and that's a pretty football, folks, and that's a wide-open Brandon Herron for the touchdown. Troop, 13-6 lead. This was a tight one. Quinlan Ford's Caden Wallace trying to bring things back, as the fans, of course, of Brook Hill loving every second of this one. He's going to hand it off to his fullback, James Silkey, but he runs into Bradley Stewart and company. Nice job, Bradley, right there. Like I said, this was a tight one. Now Lynch trying to get it done again. He finds his buddy Richard Gage, and Richard, see the laundry on the field, it doesn't matter. Check out the final in this one. Troop trying to get off to a good start, and they do, beating Quinlan Ford 27-20 rather. Henderson, folks, this is a scoreboard for you, and if you're a Lions fan, it is not a good one. They go down big time. Henderson does to Plano Prestonwood 58-21. We'll correct that for you. I think we may have just had an update in that one. Now, also, TK Gorman over at the Zelia Spine and Joint Classic at Grace. TK Gorman now led by Cody Gibson. Let's get to the scoreboard this one, trying to take out Beckville and get to a good start in this one. And we don't have the final on that one right away. We'll get that one to you before the end of the show. All right. Julius McCoo is the new guy for the Tyler Paper, the ETFinalScore.com crew. He joins us on the phone. You were at the Big Sandy Hawkins game. Julius, give us a quick rundown of how this one played out. It was a very tight ball game.
Hey, Eric, what's going on?
What's up, man? How'd this one play out?
It was a great game. It was a great game. I thought Big Sandy started out slow, and Hawkins, they were able to really just balance everything out. And Big Sandy, led by Taurus Capard, who had a spectacular night. He had a 35-yard touchdown reception, and he came up big and picked off a pass by Chris Beal and returned it 37 yards to put Big Sandy up 20-18 at the time.
All right, Julius, big win there. We appreciate you, and we'll be, of course, speaking with you all throughout the week. Thank you, Julius. All right, back on set we are with Big Zach Spears. We got analysts all over the place here. We got you indoors here. Let's talk about a game tonight. Of course, Gladewater, Dangerfield. We mentioned Gladewater. I picked Dangerfield in my picks, but Gladewater proven they weren't going to stand for that tonight.
Gladewater came out tonight and ran the football, and that's what they do out there on Highway 271, and they've been doing it forever. They got a heavy dose. Dangerfield got a heavy dose of Derek Daniels tonight. He ran for 90 yards in the first quarter, scored a couple rushing touchdowns for him. Gladewater with the big win.
All right, can Gladewater keep the focus off Gilmer and just go week at a time? I know they have a hard time doing
That's a huge rivalry, and once again, that's that Highway 271 thing they got going on there. We'll see.
Well, that's a tough district as well. Also, let's go to the small schools here. I love Carlisle, the Indians. One of my favorite players, the Gunner.
That's your boy.
He can sling it. Gunner Baker, how did he do against Union Hill tonight?
Put up some huge numbers tonight. They beat Union Hill 63-0. That's a great way to start off the year.
All right, Gunner Baker, the man, Jack. Appreciate you coming by, man. Hopefully we get you back there. Mr. High School, Mr. Arp Tiger right there. Final break of the night right here. Our play of the night coming up next. We'll try to update you some on those scores as well. Don't go anywhere.
We fork over unbelievable free deals to your favorite retailers across the area, from ForkFly.com, the Tyler Morning Telegraph, and TylerPaper.com. Get the app for your smartphone from ForkFly.
This week at Ashley Furniture Home Store, save up to $400 on the Tempur-Ergo collection. Plus, pay no interest for 60 months on all Tempur-Pedic. Get payments as low as $25 a month for the #1 bed in America. Plus, through Labor Day, when you buy a Tempur-Pedic bed at Ashley Furniture Home Store, we'll donate a bed to a local child in need through our Beds for Kids program. Up to $400 off on the Tempur-Ergo collection, plus no interest for 5 years on all Tempur-Pedic through Labor Day. Only at Ashley Furniture Home Store, a Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
We do this every Friday on the ETFinalScore.com football show, play of the night, and we're going with White House corner Isaiah Burton. This kid really set the tone. We heard all year about how bad the White House defense was, and look at this guy come up with a big-time interception, helping propel the Wildcats over Hallsville tonight. Congratulations, White House and Mr. Burton. All right, let's check out the over at the Zelia Classic. TK Gorman. 34-7 in that one, and then we've got some 1A scores for you. Grace, of course, last night won 41-0. Brookhill 34-0 over Frankston. Other small school scores for you. We got Winona beating Overton 52-22. Joaquin 22-6 over Tenaha. There is that Carlisle score. Big Zach updating on Gunner Baker 63-0. Cayuga trailing Cushing in the fourth 33-19. Dawson 36-34 final over Crossroads. Mount Enterprise over Shelbyville 18-8. And Wascom and Sims Bowie. Look at Wascom right there, 39 snap, and then Centerville takes care of Grapeland, that is 47-18. Of course, all your scores, game recaps, and video will be uploaded in moments. Just go to the ETFinalScore.com website. It'll all be there. This show will replay tomorrow at 6:30 on CBS 19.